Bagfuel, baby.
What made you go to Atlanta?
Oh, wow. That's a story. We getting straight into the stories,
Yeah,
huh?
we going right to it.
We getting straight into the stories.
We talking, we conversing,
we jumping around timelines.
Ask us questions if
Got
you
it.
want. This a whole conversation. So what got you down there?
You one of the few people that ain't afraid of us.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I was running from a man who I was in a relationship with, and it became abusive. Mm-hmm. And I feared for my life. He actually, I say that he attempted my life, but he didn't like put a gun to my head or anything like that. But he literally lifted me up off my feet and pushed me down a flight of steel and concrete steps. Y'all know the steps in a hotel, the back steps, when you don't want to take the elevator, you take. Yeah. So y'all know them steps is made of steel and concrete.
Concrete, definitely.
Yeah, this nigga lifted me up off my feet and threw me down the motherfucking step.
So he tried to kill you.
I mean,
did you break anything?
At that moment, no.
What you mean at that moment? You broke something later?
Oh, you mean like body part?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought you meant like physically break something, because we had one of those moments.
What was his issue?
I was trying to break up with him. I told him that I was breaking up with him, and he basically was like, he wasn't having that.
Well, we heard what you was famous for, so you know niggas can't deal with you taking that away from them too, right?
Yeah.
They get emotionally attached to that type of work. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Yeah. We're not saying it's your fault.
But I'm just saying, men, for what I've heard that you've been skillful at, men ain't trying to part ways with that too tough.
Listen,
it's
I'm
hard.
talking about.
Lil Wayne called you the GOAT.
He said something like that. So
now you're trying to take GOAT status and GOAT energy away from this guy.
Yeah, I had to go. It wasn't working. So this is the same guy that had the heart attack while we was having sex.
I know about that.
Okay.
So, see, I don't know, Gigi.
So legend has it.
I don't know much about content. I just started doing content 3.5 years ago. So I only know stuff that I've heard.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
I don't know.
Legend has
Legend has it that my vagina killed a man. But that's not really the truth. It triggered the heart attack, and he eventually died.
Oh my God, he died too?
He died. But I didn't kill that man, y'all.
Did you face trauma for that? Because a girl I know in Baltimore, she had sex with a dude and he died on her, and she...
See, he didn't die like
at the spot.
Yeah, he died a while later.
Okay, because this dude died on the spot.
His heart failed him eventually. So he ended up dying of heart failure. However, the heart attack was kind of the catapult to all of the issues.
What was it? Are you them? Do you have a certain level?
I don't want to see nothing like that.
Is there a certain level of intensity you need to have sex when it comes to? Or you seem high maintenance.
I think I know what it is. Did he take enhancement?
No.
Red Bull?
Let her tell the story. I want to hear the story. I'm doing high now. Pause. I'm doing what he normally do. Let her tell the story.
So at the time, I was, I think, 24 years old, and he was 31. And I hate to say this about my black men. I'm not even gonna say young, because young and old. Y'all niggas, and I hate to say that word either, but y'all niggas don't go to the doctor till something wrong. Mm-hmm. Y'all ain't getting y'all cholesterol checked. Y'all ain't getting y'all sugar checked. Y'all ain't getting y'all blood pressure checked. Y'all ain't getting nothing checked until it hurt.
I get my check, Gigi.
Me too.
And I appreciate y'all. I apprate y'all for staying on that. Yeah. Niggas ain't getting their 6-month dental cleanings, none of that. But anyway, so he was one of those. He wasn't up on his body. Kind of find out he actually had an irregular heartbeat. There was something going on with his heart. I tried to make him come 3 times. I was drunk, and he came once, and I was like, yeah, come again. He came again, and then I flipped him over, got on top, and I tried to go in for the 3rd one, and next thing I know, he was like, he threw me off of me and was holding his chest, and he was like, and I was like, what's wrong with you? I was drunk. I gave him some water, and I rolled over, and next thing I know, he was like waking me up, like, take me to the hospital. So I took him to the hospital. He ended up in ICU.
What?
12 days. He ended up on heart medicine and blood thinners for the rest of his life. And then that's when the abuse started. After he went through all of that, then he started accusing me of cheating on him all the time, and he started putting his hands on me.
It's the same dude.
Yeah, he started doing all of that, and then I'm like, all right, I can't do this. I'm
leaving.
Let me ask
you something. Was the sex the same after?
After he had the heart attack?
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, yes and no, because I started feeling a different way about him once he started putting his hands on me. Like, the passion wasn't there as much for me. Like, I was trying to find a way out. So when I decided to go, I literally, like, went down the map. Like, all right, if I had family in Maryland. So I'm like, all right, if I move to Baltimore, what could happen? The nigga too close, he can get to me in an hour. If I move to Virginia, what can happen? I don't know nobody there. What the fuck I'm gonna do? If I move to Charlotte, Charlotte's whack. Fuck all that. I was a stripper. If I move to South Carolina, ain't no money in South Carolina. Get your ass to Atlanta. So I got to Atlanta on the map, and it literally was like, I know one person here. Well, there. I knew one person in Atlanta, my cousin. And I called her, and I'm like, I need to come there. I want to move there. Can I come stay with you? And she literally was like, you could come. I got a 1-bedroom apartment, and I don't even got a couch for you to sleep on, but you can stay as long as you need to. So I drove down there, and the day that I got there, it was Hurricane Katrina. So I got there in the middle of the storm. My homegirl with me at the time was working at Magic City. She went in Magic to work. I sat in there for I watched a Magic City Monday from beginning to my very first time in Magic City. I watched a Magic City Monday from start to finish, and that shit blew my fucking mind. And I wasn't even dancing at the time. I was bartending. But I was like,
Started counting?
I started doing the math like the nigga on The Hangover, like, all right. And then
so you hadn't stripped at all until you got...
No. I had quit for the heart attack nigga. Excuse me.
Oh, you were stripping prior, then you quit for the heart attack.
I quit for him. I quit for him and started bartending. And then, so I had been bartending for 2 years. And then, no, at the time, yeah, I had been bartending for 2 years. I hadn't danced in 2 years. So they talked me into doing the amateur night contest. And then this is where P-Valley comes into play. They talked me into doing the amateur night contest. I did the amateur night contest. I won the contest. Before I won the contest, Big Magic himself came up to me and was like...
Who did?
Big Magic, the owner of the club.
Oh, Big Magic, okay.
Magic. He came up to me and he's like, who are you? Where did you come from? Where did you learn that? Do you need a job? Do you want a job? Because I need to see that shit every night on the stage. And I was like, I want to bartend. And he was like, no, the fuck you don't. You want to do that. And I'm like, okay. So this is before I even won. So then I ended up winning the contest, and I told my homegirl, she was like, what did he say to you? So I told her, and she was like, bitch, if you don't fucking take on that opportunity, you about the dumbest bitch I ever known. And I'm like, well, guess I'm dancing again. So the next day I went and got my permit. And
that's
here we
are.
Permit. You gotta have a license to dance.
Yeah.
It's big business. It's issued through everything is regulated. It's issued through the police department. You got to do a fingerprint and all of that scan. You can't have no warrants. You can't have ever been arrested for prostitution. And y'all know in the strip club, if you in a strip club, say you in a strip club and you don't have a permit. I know people that it's happened to in Atlanta and in Georgia and also in Texas. If you don't have a permit and you get caught dancing, they charge you a prostitution. So if you have a prostitution charge, you cannot get a permit.